Here's a woman that I don't know. I guess many people, including myself, agree with her. I agree with some of the stuff you're going to hear her say, because she's talking about segregation. Although she doesn't quite have it right. But hey, segregation, I got no issues. Let's listen to her for a few moments here.
Imagine if we were segregated. Like, don't you think for people specifically, life would have been so much better? We wouldn't have to worry about our pay hours, our pay rate, or if we're eligible for a job. We wouldn't worry about the cops pulling us over if we're doing the right thing. Like, so much violence would not be happening, bro, if people was in control of the court system. Like, I don't know. Like, people created so much stuff. For instance, people created cars and the traffic light, while white people created traffic stops and traffic tickets. Okay? Like, everything we do, they always come up with something negative.
The traffic light and the cars that they invented. Just stop. And wouldn't it be great? She's talking about segregation and saying, wouldn't it be great if people could be segregated and have their own courts, and the white cops wouldn't be pulling them over. They'd get jobs. When they apply for jobs, they'd get them because there wouldn't be these rules. Saying, that sounds great. You know what it sounds like? South Africa. Why don't you get yourself a plane ticket, fly over to South Africa, and bask in the segregation for a while? See what it's like. When people that look like you are running everything into the ground. See what that's like, that all the jobs are given to black people. Do you know in South Africa, companies have to be allowed to be the first to bid on a job? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you have a power plant that needs to be refurbished, a company will get the job, and they will bid money. And then do you know what they do? They take some of that money and subcontract a white company to fix the because they don't know how to do it. They have to give the contracts to companies. That is the new apartheid in South Africa. Get all the benefits. Whites are treated like second-class citizens because they are the minority population in South Africa. Finally, after Apartheid 1.0, the majority got what they wanted. Political control, economic control. And you can see after a few decades what that has done. It doesn't sound like the impression that this woman has of a segregated population, because nothing works. The power goes out. Like I said, the company has to be contracted to fix things, but they subcontract white companies because they're the only ones that could actually do the job. And that's your segregation. That's your country with a failing, decaying infrastructure, failing school system. So if you think you're going to get better jobs, the unemployment rate is unbelievable in South Africa. But she thinks because it's America. And again, do you want a certain area of America? That's just, or do you want to be segregated where you are now? Like you live amongst white people, but in your town or city or state, you want that segregated. Because what is stopping you? What is stopping you from, we always hear, businesses. We need to give money to businesses to build them. And then you have to frequent and spend your money in own businesses. For us, by us. We need to spend our dollars on businesses. And then the business goes broke because or the owner gets murdered because they just is crime. They're committing crime. And people don't want your shit. They want Nikes. They want Jordans. They want name brand stuff. They don't want some poor son of a bitch business thing. They want to go around in style. What's stopping you? We've seen a few of these instances where people get together and go, we are building our own community. In Georgia, there was one. And then a couple of years go by and they get a drone shot and nothing's been done. Dollars have been invested. People have, white liberal women, for the most part, invested money. Isn't this great? We could give them their own little place. They could show all of us white people how amazing they are. This will be Wakanda within a year. And then the money disappears. No one knows where it went, and nothing is built, and no one really looks into it. So what this girl's talking about, we live in a country where that opportunity is wide open to see how amazing the black community can be, and the amazing things they can achieve, the innovations. They invented the car and the traffic light. I don't know what they stopped inventing for, but maybe restart your amazing innovating and inventing. And one more thing real quick. This up in New York at Citi Field, the Norwegians went to a Mets game. They know about as much about baseball as Americans know about cricket. I think that's the good comparison. We're not big soccer fans. We'll watch the World Cup. I think this is probably one of the most watched World Cups in America. So it's not like we don't know soccer. And look, there are some rules and things we don't know about soccer, but it's a pretty basic, these guys and these guys, 2 goals, you got to get in the goal. So it's not that crazy. But baseball, if you're not a baseball fan, you don't know what's going on a lot of times. There's some wacky rules and things like, how do you explain a balk to a Norwegian? And it is like cricket. Cricket's like, it's a guy. It seems to be a guy with a ball, and he throws it at another guy, and he hits it with something like a bat. But it's nothing like baseball. So we just sit there and go, I don't know what's going on. They're doing the same thing, but they're from Norway. So it means they have to be Vikings about it, and they have to have the greatest time. It's again, the taking things for granted. I don't know how many people, the camera goes to someone sitting in the stands at Citi Field, and they're like, just miserable. The game, I don't know. What do you got, season tickets? You've been to every Mets game. They're losing. And you're just sitting there miserable. Like, they're out at a baseball game. That's all they need. They don't give a f about the teams. They don't know what is good or bad on the field. I guess if they see a home run, they know it's good. But they don't care about which team. So they're sitting there drinking and just having the greatest time. And that's good to see. It's good to see. I'm really digging the Scottish and the Norwegians. They seem to be the 2 countries that have come here, really embraced the cities that they've partied in, and the people have embraced them. I think the PR, not Puerto Rican, the PR between the countries has been astounding. They're seeing an America that they were told doesn't exist, and we're seeing a people from some of these countries that we thought were so down by their commie governments, the invasions of foreigners coming into their country. And then we see these groups of people that are still having a great time. They're very communal. They get together and they have a common interest and common customs. And we thought, that was gone too. The media does a lot of damage as far as that's concerned. So here they are at Citi Field for a Mets game, and let's watch.
Since 2019, swings and misses 1-0 and 2. The Norwegians in center field are They're having
They
fun.
make up an enormous percentage of the crowd today because this is a makeup day game in the middle of the week. So there isn't a lot of fandom here other than our Norwegian friends. I don't know that they know what they're watching, but they're having a good time.
Yeah, I don't know if they know what they're watching, but they're having a good time. Like the sportscasters are having a good time with it too. And it's got to be, it's got to be great for the players and everything. Hear something different, hear some interest, some fun in the stands, and no brawls, no stabbing, no fighting, just a bunch of smiling, chanting, and singing white people having a great time at a Mets game, mind you.